Hi, my name is Jen Loy. I work at National Instruments as a software developer. So at National Instruments we make tools for scientists and engineers, software and hardware, to help them discover and measure the world around them. I work as part of the LabVIEW development team and primarily been spending the last few months working on a future editor in our labs. So we have been working on this demo to showcase some ideas that we have for the future of our products, and every year we have a big customer event called NI Week, where this year we had 3,300 customers attend, as well as a bunch of editors and sales force come and learn about what National Instruments is doing in the next year. And this was an opportunity for us to showcase our experiment in our labs and as part of the keynote. Well, as you know, the rest of the world is also experimenting with touch devices. National Instruments is also researching that as well. And we had the idea of how we wanted our editor to work, but we needed a bigger screen in order to display that in a way that's appropriate for a large keynote presentation. So a colleague of mine did some searching online, and we found Music Computing's very cool frosted glass display that was a touch device, so exactly the technology we needed, but could provide that extra kind of wow factor for a next generation kind of future, I guess, ideas that we're playing around with in the lab. So the product is something that I think that will last us for a long time. We opted for a 6-touch 55-inch display. In our demo, we only used 2 touches, but we expect to expand that capability in the future. It was really easy to set up. We moved it a few times. The only tricky part was just getting the projector aligned with the screen, but that altogether went by very easily. We've had it up in our workspace, so in a very lighted room, and we could still use it very well. And as well as at the keynote event where the room was a little bit dimmer and the lighting was a little different. It held up in both of those situations very well. So NI Week is a 3-day event, and the day before our presentation we were backstage at the keynote practicing our demo, and everybody that walked by wanted to see what we were playing with and how we were using it. And they were just as impressed with the software we were running as with the actual hardware that it was running on. The hardware actually made them stop, and then the conversation was then more about the software. During the presentation, our keynotes last for an hour and a half each, and we had a 10-minute spot in the second day keynote at the very end. And it was definitely a conversation piece that continued for the rest of the conference. After the keynote, we always do a press event where people come and they learn about different demos, and ours definitely attracted a pretty large crowd. NI Week is a very stressful event for us. It's, as I mentioned, 3,000 customers that come, and a very hard deadline. When the keynote starts, it starts. So everything has to be ready right away. Victor and Ed were awesome in helping us get the keynote presentation equipment put together for our development time, as well as teaching us how to set it up when we moved venues. And so that was very smooth and easy. Throughout the process, it's a pretty stressful event for us, and Victor and Ed were very responsive to our multiple requests of when is the screen going to get here, and making sure that we had the equipment we needed in order to put our demo together. So we're really happy that we've found Music Computing, and the use of the very fancy touch display has definitely sparked a lot of conversations within National Instruments, as well as between National Instruments and our customers. And we look forward to using more touch technologies in the future, and hopefully some from Music Computing included.